Hello everyone, welcome to Learnitor.com. Today we are going to solve one more LeetCode problem, which is 2073 time needed to buy tickets. So it is an easy type of questions. So let's check the questions. So there are n people in a line queuing to buy tickets, where the zeroth position is at the front of the line and the n minus one person is at the back of the line. You are given a zero index integer array tickets of length n, where the number of tickets that the I person would like to buy is tickets I. Okay, so each person takes exactly 1 second to buy a ticket. A person can only buy one ticket at a time and has to go back to the end of the line, which happens instantaneously. In order to buy more tickets, if a person does not have any tickets left to buy, the person will leave the line. So we have to return the time taken for the person at position k, zero index, to finish buying tickets. Okay, so what they are seeing, so we have the zero index integer array and tickets, and we have tickets array, and ticket size contains the number of tickets the ith person require, and each of the person require exactly 1 second to buy a ticket. So someone is buying the ticket, it will come to the end, and whenever its turn is there, it will buy another ticket for him. Okay, so we have to return the time taken for the person at position k. So we have given a k. So let's check the example over here. So here k is 2. So when this person will um, completes it buying the tickets, so whenever the first, so it starts from the first, so this person will take first ticket, so it has the means. So this is like, so let's see how it is happening. So we have the 232 as the input. I will show you like how it will happen. So our first input is 2, second is 3, then third is 2. So first, this first person will take the ticket. Okay, and we have the k at indicating at this 2, which is index 2. Okay, so when the first one takes the ticket, it will, we need to erase this one, so it will be 1 and it will come to the end of the queue. Okay, then this person will take the ticket, 3%, and it will become 2 because 2 tickets are remaining for him, and it will come to the end of the queue. Okay, so then this person will take the ticket. Okay, and this will become 1, and this will come at the end of the our queue, and it will point over here. Okay, so in the next iteration, what will happen? So this will take the tickets, and now it has the 0 tickets. So this will look like 2, 1, and this 0 will append over here. Then this will take the ticket, so it will like 1, 0, and whenever it is taking ticket, so it will be 1, and it will append in at the end of the array. And whenever this will take the ticket, so it becomes the 0, this will 0, this will 1, this 0 will append to the end of the ticket array. Okay, so at this point, this becomes the 0. So it means how iterations we have did, like 2 iterations, 3 3. So 3 plus 3, which is 6, answer we have taken is 3 plus 3, which is 6. So I will explain once again. So I will erase this all of the things. Okay, so what will be the input? Input is 2 3 2, which is 2 3 2. So after the first round, this will become 1, this will become 2, and this has a 1 ticket. Okay, and in the second iteration, this is become 0, this will 1, and this has got the ticket, so it is 0, and we are pointing at here. So in this iteration means we have divided by 1, means we have, he got 1 ticket which takes 1 second, he got 1 ticket which takes 1 second, he got 1 ticket which takes 1 second, so this will get 3 seconds. So when he got the ticket, so it is 0, he got the ticket, this is 1, and whenever he got the ticket, it is 0, so this is also 3. So this 3 plus 3, which is 6, and that will be our answer. Okay, let's take one more example. So let's take the second example, which is 5 triple 1. Okay, so which is 5 1 1 1. Okay, so it is 5 triple 1, and k is 0. So k is pointing over here. So in the first iteration, it will become like 4, this is 0, this is 0, and this is 0. So how much it will time taken? It will take 4 seconds. Then in the second iteration, all these are zeros. So we need to, so that they don't require any more tickets. So we required only, means this person only required the tickets. So he is at the, means he is the only person in the queue. Okay. So in the next iteration, he will be 3, he will be 2, then he will be 1, and then 0. So how much it will take? Like 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that is 4. So 4 and 4, 4 plus 4 is 8. So it will take the 8 seconds. And you can find out like through this. Okay, So so I have explained you the question. So you can take your 5 to 10 minutes and think about it, and let's try on yourself, like how you can solve and how can you can add your logic for that. Means let's pause this video and yeah, think about 5 to 10 minutes and try to think about like brute force solution. Then try to check their time complexity. Then go for the any more optimized solution is present or not, and then you can continue on this video. I hope you have think. So I will give the solution. Like, yeah. So the solution first, I in my mind is like whenever we are getting this array. So whenever the kth element will be zero, we have to stop, right? So we can try, and then the other elements we need to check like whether it is greater than zero. Then only we can decrement and we can increment the count. For example, in the last example, whatever we have did like 232. Okay. So let's say k will be at here. Okay. So in that case, what we can do, like whenever we are getting at zero, we need to stop. So what we can do, like we can decrement one from here, one from here, one from here. Okay, each time in the for loop. Okay, we can iterate multiple times for that, and when we can break. So whenever we got this value as a zero, so that is our so whatever. And each time when we are decrementing these things, we have to make the count, increment the count. So count will start from the zero. So whenever we are decrementing this one, okay. So what we can do, so it will become 1, count will be 1. Then decrement this 1, these 3 will be 2, and count will be 2. Then decrement 2, then count will be 3. Okay, again we will decrement this, so count will be 4. Again decrement this, so count will be 5. Again decrement this, so count will be 6. So here it is 0, so we not need to decrement this, and now we need to decrement this. So it becomes 0, and count will be 7. So 7 we have to return as our answer. Okay. So 7 will be the answer for our code. So this is the brute force approach. We can say like how many times we are iterating this, like we are iterating this whole array several times. Okay, how many times? This size of this means value of this means whatever, let's say it has value of L, and our array of size as n, then we at least we do like L into n, so which is having the time complexity of n square. Okay, I'm going to write this code also, which is a brute force, and then yeah, means I will also explain you logic about the optimized solution and how we can approach for the optimized solution. Okay, so this is taking n square. So what we have learned, like whenever we are getting any complexity, let's say in this case we are getting complexity as a n square. So let's check whether we can get complexity of lesser than that, like n log n or order of n or log n. So these are their lesser complexity. So let's think about in that way. Okay, so how so we take this example only, and through that we can give, I will explain you the optimized solution. Okay, so example is 2, 3, and 2, and let's say k will be at here. So in this example, k is at the second index, but yeah, for the simplicity, I have taken k it as here for your corner cases and to make your logic concrete. Okay, so how we can do like that? So whenever we are checking from here till this array, this part of array, okay, so whatever the element, like means how many seconds it requires, like for at max it will take the 3 iterations for this part, right? So this will become when it will become 0. So in the first go it will 2, in the second go it will be 1, and at the last it will be 0. So in the 3 iteration it is become a 0, but in this case it is as a 1, then it is a 0, and in the last case means already it is 0. So if let's say if we take, let's say, as a 4 over here, okay, so what it will happen, so in the next iteration it will be 3, in the next iteration it will be 2, and whenever we are getting this as a 0, so it will not go over this part of array, which is means k plus 1 index and its latter. Okay, so it is going in means 2 iterations only. Here it is 3 iterations. So here it is a 2, but here let's say, for example, in this case also, let's say it is a 5. In that case also it is a 4, it will become 3, and it will become 2, right? So in the first iteration it will means we will decrement each of the things, each as a 1. In this, like 5 got 1 ticket, it become 4, 3 got one ticket, it become 2. 4 got one ticket, it become 3. Similarly, it will become in the next iteration, it will be 3. In next iteration, it will be 1. And in next iteration, it will be 2. And similarly for 2. And at this time, this is becoming 0. So how what we have find out? So this part is taking 3 iterations, and this part is taking 2 iterations. So whatever, let's say it has a 6 also, then also we not go in that case, because we have to find like when that tickets got empty for this kth index. That's what we have to find. So we not need to require one more iteration in the k plus 1 case. Okay, so what we have observed over here, let's say, so in this case, so whatever the element on the till from the 0 to the kth position, so whatever the smallest in between the this array of k, so here it is a 3, so that's why it is a 3 iteration. So earlier it has a 2, right? So whenever it has a 2, so it will go like 1 and 0 only. So it has a 2, only 2 tickets he needs. So whatever the minimum in between the that array's kth element and this element, whatever the minimum will be, so we need to add it in our count variable. Okay. And similarly for this case, we need to add the whatever the means here it is a 3. So whatever the that, so let's say we have make it as a target. So whatever we have a target as a 3, so target minus 1, that is 2. And whatever the element over here and 2, which is the minimum, so that we need to add in our count variable, and that gives us the exact results. Okay, so let's explain, means I will explain you through the examples. So whatever the lead code problem. So first example is 232. I'll explain how we are using that logic. So 232 and k is at here. So from this to this kth element, whoever the minimum in between these two and this element. So in the first go, so this 2 and 2, so minimum is 2 only. Okay, so our count is 2. So over here, minimum in between 3 and 2 is 2. So we need to add the 2 in our count. And over here also, the 2 and 2 is 2. So that gives us 6 as the output, which you can see over here. Similarly, I will take the next example of 5111. So we have the k at 0th index, right? So k is at 0th index. So whatever the have the these k's, so whatever the that array plus array and in between the array of k, whatever the minimum we have to add over here. So which is a 5. So we need to add 5 in that, and here in between 1 and 4, so target is 5, so 4 and 1, which is 1 plus 1, and similarly over here 1, so which gives output as a 8. Okay, so 8 you can see over here. Let's take one more example. So let's take 5, 3, 1, 4 and 2. Okay, and let's take this as the kth index. So k is 3, so our target is 3, so whatever the target and minimum in between these will be, we have to add. So 5 and 3, minimum will be 3. So he can take only 3 tickets. He in between target and this element 3. And for in this part, we have target becomes 2. So whatever the minimum in between 1 and 2, which is 1, in this between 4 and 2, which is 2, and in between 2 and 2, which is 2. So this gives us the answer as 3 plus 3, 6, 7, and 4, 11. 11 as the output. I hope you have understood this. Let's write our code. So we are going to write both the codes like brute force approach, that is logic 1, and then we are going to our optimized solution, which is this one. So yeah, miss, you can already think about like what will be the complexity of this thing. So we are only one time iterating this our array, so it takes the order of n as the time complexity. So this is the most optimized solution till now. Okay, so let's write our optimum. So let's first write brute force type of code. So yeah, so whenever we have like um, tickets of k should be greater than 0. So whenever it is less than 0, we need to come outside, and we have to take one variable which is integer count, which is we initialize as a 0, and we can take like a one for loop integer I is equal to 0, I is less than tickets dot size. Okay, here I am checking one more thing, like whenever the tickets of k is getting 0, so this will break this for loop also, so that we will get the correct result. Okay, so what is we are doing here, so I will be like, we have used the and operator and we have used this condition. So whenever we have tickets of this k is exactly equal to 0 or less than 0, so in that case it will count outside of this loop, and then in this while loop it will check, and then it will return the whatever the count present for us, right? So if we have like tickets of I which is greater than 0, then we do like count plus plus also, and we have to decrement that thing, that array also, array value, and at the end we have to return count. Okay, so this is our code. Let's run our code. So this is the brute force approach and it works. So what it's doing, it is doing like we have used the count, and whenever tickets of k is greater than 0, like it becomes 0, then it will go outside of this while loop. And over here I am iterating each of the element in the in that array tickets, and we are also checking like whether tickets of k is like becoming 0 or not. Like for example, here k is 2, so whether this becomes 0 or not, or in this case k is 0, so whether this becomes 0 or not. So and we have to check like if it is like greater than 0 only, in that case also, case only, we have to increment count and tickets of I is equal to, we have to decrement that tickets values. And so whenever the tickets become 0, so they don't want like more tickets. So um, so that's why this if condition is required. And let's, I have submitted the code and let's check means yeah, it is taking 100% of users, but I think the means it has like order of n square complexity. And yeah, I will show you the other solution, okay, which is more optimized solution. Okay, so in that case, like we have to directly we can find out. So if I is less than or equal to k, in that case, like what we are going to do, like count plus is equal to, so this is coming in the one iteration only. So we have to find the minimum of in between tickets of I, comma, tickets of k. So we are going to like taking the minimum of these tickets of a and tickets of I and tickets of k, because yeah, what means whatever I have explained to you, like over here also, like we are taking minimum of 5 and 3. So over here it is 3 and over here it is 3. And then for the for I exactly equal to means till the k we have to do in that way, and for the k plus 1 we have a target of 2. Yeah, as I earlier explained. And in the else part, so else part will be like for the I having the for the greater than k values for it. So for that it is has the similar type of code, just we have to minus 1 from the tickets of k, and we have to return the count over here. And just we will run this our code and I hope it should work. Yeah, it is working, and it is working in the order of n complexity. Yeah, let's submit our code. Yeah, so it is beating 41.19%. I hope. Yeah, so it is giving different values. So maybe this is the one of the bug in the LeetCode, but through the code you can find out like this is the more optimized solution, which is order of n, and we are iterating in the only one order. So I hope you have understood this question and answer and the logic, and I hope you can solve similar type of these questions. I hope you like this video, so please like and subscribe our channel, and please check our website learnitor.com, where we have added different blogs, and we have also some courses related to this coding and interviews. So I hope it will work for you. So thank you guys.